Hi everyone, this is Marie Navarra back with my second video on becoming a LuLaRoe consultant. My first video focused more on the decision-making process to me, some things that I thought were helpful to know before you signed up, and how the signing up process went for me. And now this video is going to focus on what I did after I signed up in this last month as I'm waiting in the queue to get my inventory and setting up my business. So the first thing I did is I set up a business plan, and I use that term loosely because I'm a nurse. I'm not a business major, so I don't exactly know what it entails to do a business plan, but I wanted to have some idea of how I wanted to set up my business, and so I focused on 4 areas with that. The first was how I was going to sell. I primarily am going to sell with in-home pop-ups and online sales, and I am thinking about doing Periscope too. When I originally signed up, I was not interested in that, but I have done a lot of research lately on it, and I think that would be something that I would be interested in doing at some point, but as of right now, it's not part of my launch plan. So those are the 2 things I'm going to focus on, and I also am going to participate in some multi-consultant groups too. So that's how I'm planning on selling. I also developed kind of my schedule, and so every day I have the things I'm going to do. So on one day I'm going to do a giveaway, on one day I'm going to do an outfit of the week, on another day I'm going to be promoting for my online, and so I just kind of set those up, and even just today, keep tweaking this as I go along. I did a very specific spreadsheet of the days and times, so I went through it with my husband, so we know that at this time, most days, you know, there's going to be things that come up, and we both understand that, but most days, this is the time I'm going to be working on LuLaRoe, and this is the time that we're going to spend as a family, and I'm not going to talk about LuLaRoe. So that's my plan. That's kind of what I put together for my schedule. And then I came up with some goals. So let me show you. I don't know how to flip this around, so I'll just do it like this. You can see my awesome technology skills. But these are my goals. I don't know how well you can see them, but I have a payback inventory goal. I have a goal of how many parties I want to do. I have a goal of how many members I want in my Facebook group and Pinterest and Instagram. I have a goal of how many pieces I want to have by a certain time. And then another goal of mine is at every party, I want to book another party. So I'm hoping that will go well. And then I have when I'd like to do a Periscope party, and then when I would like to become, at some point I'd like to become a sponsor, and so I have a goal for that. And then I know a lot of people have goals as far as their jobs and wanting to make LuLaRoe full-time. That is not a goal that I have. I love my job, and I worked really hard to get my license, and so I don't want to lose that. And so I do have a goal to cut down a little bit at work, and so that's another goal that I have. So those are my goals. And then as far as paying myself, I kind of built a model for that too. So every time that I sell something, I'm planning on putting 20% towards taxes, and then they always recommend whatever you sell to replace that item, and so I'm going to do that. And then I also have goals of how many I want to have in each size of each style, and so a goal for me is to build that up before I start paying back my investment. And some people do the opposite. That's just what I decided to do that, keeping in mind that I am going to have this monthly credit card payment, and so I need to set some aside for that too. So that's kind of my plan as far as that, and then hopefully at some point paying myself, but I think that's going to be a little ways out, just based on what I have planned for building up my inventory. So that was kind of my plan of what I wanted to do. And I've done a lot of research this last month too. So I encourage you guys to look at Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Periscope, and watch consultants, get some good ideas from them. There is a caret button on the right of a post in Facebook, and if you click on that, you can either save the post or you can turn on notifications. So instead of putting a period or writing following or whatever under a post, you can do that, and that way you can remember, oh, that's a really good idea, I need to remember that, I'm going to save this post, or I want to see what other people have to say about this, so I'm going to turn on the notifications so that way I can follow the conversation. So that's been really helpful for me, just to kind of have a thing to come back to and get some good ideas if you really like a giveaway that somebody did or something like that. It gives you a lot of good ideas. Also, when you become a consultant, you'll be part of the queue, and so I use that as a great resource too. There's a Facebook group dedicated to the queue, and you get a lot of great ideas from that. We all have the same questions, and so we are kind of helping each other through. There are some consultants that are members of that, and so they will give us some information too of, this is working really well for me, or I wish I would have done that a little different. So I'm using the queue quite a bit too, as I am building this. Some resources that I've been using: the back office has a great spot. It's under assets, and it has graphics for you to use, templates, there's invites on that, signage. So it's a great spot to go. It's already been approved. So unlike if you do your own graphics, and you're using the logo, you need to get approval for that. So these are just already approved. You can use them right away, and it's a really nice thing to do too. You can also do your if you're going to do gift certificates, Lulu Cash, you can also, they have a template for that too. So make sure you check that out before you start doing your graphics. I have had a lot of fun putting together graphics, and I use Canva, and I just watched a YouTube video on it. It was a great YouTube video, gave a lot of information. It was by a LuLaRoe consultant, and that really helped me along. And so I've been kind of trying to put together a lot of graphics. On my computer, I have folders for each style, and just a folder for hostess. So I've started my hostess letter. I have a folder for people that are interested in being consultants, just some like general information to send to them. So I'm just trying to prep as much as I can now, because I think once the clothes get here, it's going to get a little crazy, and I don't want to spend any time working on that stuff at that time. So I've also used a little bit on PicMonkey, and so that's great for if you're interested in having those pictures of your clothes where you have the close-up and then the one far away and the size, and you want kind of that collage style. You can do that. There's lots of other programs too. That's just the one that was suggested to me and I've tried using. You can also brighten up pictures. So if you take pictures at home and you're like, oh gosh, that looks kind of dark, I want to brighten it, you can brighten it through that too. So know that that's another resource that you have too. Some other things that I've been working on this month is I registered through UPS. All of the merchandise that you're getting from LuLaRoe will go through UPS, and so they will send you notifications and let you know when things have been sent and when you can expect it, and kind of arrange a time. And so I would recommend setting up an account with them. You want to set up your Gmail account too, and LuLaRoe has a very specific way they want you to do it. They want you to do LuLaRoe and your first and last name. So that's a good thing to set up. Set up all your social media sites. I have a Facebook, a Pinterest, an Instagram. I have not set up my Periscope yet, but start setting all those up. Some people do a Facebook page, some people do a Facebook group, so that's something to think about too, what you want to do. I did a group. I have it secret right now because I am tweaking it a little bit, and then I plan to open it and really start doing giveaways and get people excited, and just feel that urgency when I get the onboard call, because then I'll know exactly when I'm going to be getting my stuff, because it just keeps getting pushed back a little bit, and I just don't want people to get burnt out of all my posts. So that's my plan. People open it earlier than that and they have great luck. So just find what works the best for you. I've also been shopping a lot. So I bought pretty much all of the things that I need to start my business. And I will do another video on that. I'm trying to keep my videos around 10 minutes, although I see I'm getting around 10 minutes now, so I'll hurry up. But I will do a video just kind of what I bought, not saying that that's the best, but just if you want to use that as a reference. I'll also do another video. I did a lot of research on shipping, so I'll do one on that too. I've been working on that. Also, talk to an accountant and set up some sort of either an Excel spreadsheet or Quicken, or there's lots of other LuLaRoe specific things that you can do that some of the consultants have set up that have a fee to those. But just some way you're going to keep track of how much you're going to use for, set aside for taxes. I said I'm doing 20%. That was just a recommendation. I still need to talk to my accountant, but that's the plan right now. I'd rather have too much than not enough when it comes tax season. So that's one thing I still need to do. That's on my to-do list. I also need to talk to our insurance agent because I'm going to have thousands of dollars worth of clothes here. And if something terrible happens, I want those to be covered. So that was something I hadn't ever thought about, and someone else suggested it, and I thought it was a really good idea, and I would have forgotten it if they wouldn't have said anything. So do that too. I talked about my hostess packet. I'm making a lot of graphics. I'm doing a lot of planning for my launch and kind of tweaking that. I also designed my business cards, and I'll show that with my next video too. You can do a couple different options. LuLaRoe has their own LuLaRoe promo page, and you can do stuff through there. They also have graphics, remember, on that back office assets part. So check that out too, and you can make your own. I printed mine through Vistaprint, but there's Staples and any other printing place you can use too. So keep that in mind. Also start thinking about who you're going to invite to be members, have parties. As I'm talking to people and say this is what I'm going to be doing, they'll say, oh, I want to have a party, and I just have a little memo on my phone, and I have been making a list of people that are really interested, or people that have said that they want to have parties, so I can reference back to that. I have a memo on my phone about everything, because you never know when inspiration's going to hit, and so I try to make notes, and like that goals sheet I showed you, I have a page in my notebook, and it's for everything. I have a shipping page, I have a launch party page, I have an online page, and just getting ideas and trying to keep them all in one place, because so many different people have so many great ideas, and I think that's what's so great about LuLaRoe, and the part that's been challenging is everybody does things a little differently, and I'm just trying to find the best way that works for me. So I have a lot of different ideas, and I'm tweaking them constantly. Another thing that was suggested is sometimes Audrey's down. That's the system that you'll use for invoicing. So some people will use Square, some people will use PayPal, and a suggestion was setting that up ahead of time. I have not done that, but I need to do some more research on that too. I did complete my Google Doc, so I'm going to use that for checkout. And there's as always, a video on YouTube that I felt was really helpful. It was LuLaRoe specific. And so I've put that together, and that's how I'm going to have people check out. And then the last thing I would recommend, and I've been working on, is stocking up on your LuLaRoe stuff. So I have been buying a lot of the things because what's great about being a woman is people ask you all the time, what are you wearing? You look great. Where did you get that dress? And so you are your best marketing tool. And if you don't have the clothes and you're not wearing them, people won't know you're doing it. And so I have been buying a lot of stuff. I try to explain to my husband that it's marketing. But I think he's starting to catch on that it might be a little more than that, because every couple days I'm getting a new package. So I don't know how much longer I can do that, but it's been a lot of fun for me too, because I'm able to try on different styles, and that way I'll be able to help people shopping too, of saying, how you can style things, like the fit, that kind of thing. So definitely stock up too. I wanted to wait till my inventory came for the wholesale prices, and I just think it's a smart move to start buying stuff now. And talk to your sponsor. Maybe your sponsor will give you stuff at wholesale price too. So those are just some suggestions of stuff I've done. My next video, I will show you some stuff that I bought. So thanks so much, guys. Again, if you have any questions or anything, you can email me at LuLaRoe@gmail.com or comment below. And if you have any suggestions too of things that I missed, please tell me. I am always looking for new ideas, so I appreciate that. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.